Welcome, friends of the Greasy Shop Rag. Today we're going to take a look at an Echo string trimmer powerhead. It has a somewhat common problem. I'm going to show you one way you might be able to diagnose this problem. It will work on not just Echo string trimmer powerheads, but a lot of different types of equipment. So let's take a listen to this thing. So that was kind of crazy, right? You loosen the fuel cap and the machine wanted to die out. That's not a common thing, and a lot of you might be thinking it's the tank vent. Let's take another listen to this. Alright, so some of you may have guessed what's going on here. Others might be a little confused why the tank vent didn't fix it. Well, it's not a venting problem, it's a fuel pump problem. Fuel pump is not working, or not working completely. Now that might be because of the impulse line, blockage in the crankcase, or this gasket, or fuel pump in the carburetor itself. In this case, it's the gasket. You saw that kind of looked like a homemade gasket there. And, well, we're going to prove that here in a minute. So what happens is, you know how you go to repair a carburetor, and if you don't crack the fuel cap, and then you remove the fuel line from the carburetor, the fuel all pumps out of the fuel line hose. Crack the cap and it stops leaking. Well, that's what's happening here. The fuel pump isn't running, but pressure in the tank is pushing fuel to the carburetor. When we crack the cap, there's no pressure of fuel there and no fuel getting into the metering chamber. At idle, we notice that the speed goes up. Well, that's not because you have more fuel pressure. That's because you have a lean running condition. And that's what's increasing the speed. At high speed, we notice that when we crack the cap, the speed goes down. But that's because of a lack of fuel. It's not, it is running lean, but it's running so lean that it's just starving. Ignore the temperatures that I'm measuring here. After I kind of burnt my hand, I decided just wanted to see what the temperatures were, and I've just added that here for curiosity's sake. So I took the insulator off. I looked at the gasket behind it. It's old, but it's intact. Putting the insulator back on, and I'm going to replace the gasket between the insulator and the carburetor. So one thing you need to remember, this isn't a new gasket. It's a used one I had. I didn't have a new one laying around. So one thing you got to remember, if you take that insulator off of there and you remove the nuts from the back of it, you got to put the nuts back into the insulator, or when you go to screw this thing down like this, nothing's going to happen. I immediately realized I made a mistake there. So I got to backtrack a little bit and pull the insulator back off and install these nuts on the back of it. And in this case, they don't really press fit into there. They're a loose fit. And just for sake of making a video and being able to show you what I'm doing, I'm leaving the power head, with the insulator side up. I didn't want to drop a nut into the intake, so I'm just going to screw the base plate into those nuts to hold them in place while I install this. There's probably a few different ways I could have done it, but this is what I chose to do. So we'll just get that insulator into place, kind of hold it there, remove the air filter base plate, and then bolt things back together. Now I gotta find my gasket. I lost it. It's laying in there somewhere. There we go. Again, this is a used gasket, but it's the proper gasket. And this is the only thing we're changing here. We didn't do anything else to this. We're going to fire this thing up and see if it runs properly. And if it does, then that's all I'm going to have for you on the Echo string trimmer power head that had an incorrect carburetor gasket on it. Thanks for watching. Later.